Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, March 15th, 2022 at 10:21 a.m. in the morning. Um, so it's dark and rainy. I think it's supposed to be raining all day today, but it's dark. So um, if I need to talk longer, I could talk longer. I don't feel like opening or messing with my big, my laptop computer. I don't feel like, and also me trying to, what's the right word? Um, I guess preserve it, because it's not totally on its last legs, but it seems like it's close to there, and so, but I mean, like right about now, I I I need both another laptop and another phone. But that's the longest I've had a laptop, because I had that laptop since August 2019 with my check from the YMCA when I was working there. And when I was working there at the YMCA, and then and so then at the YMCA, I mean, when I was working there, you know, they had August back to school special, where they had a lot of educational and school items that was tax free. So that was a refurbished laptop that I got from Best Buy for a refurbished laptop from Best Buy for like about $200, somewhere around there. But even if it were to include tax, I don't know if I can find another computer like that again. But speaking of that, one thing about, I don't like, a lot of the times I don't like people touching my laptop, or I don't like people touching my phone and stuff like that, especially when it's brand new. And a narcissistic abuser would act like as if they entitled themselves to the so-called fake right to put their hands on my computer or my phone. But then they'll look at me like I'm crazy, or think I'm crazy because I don't want nobody, I don't like put people, touching or putting their hands on my computer or my phone or anything. And so, or they'll, without asking me, when you have a brand new phone and your phone has that little plastic film over the top. When it's new, I like to keep keep the plastic film on there. But they'll just take it off, and they do it so fast before I can even say anything. Hey, don't, I don't want that. And that might be why this phone right here, why the screen cracked. So, that might be why the screen had cracked. So, you know, what else? Yeah, so, or even if it's a narcissistic control freak fake friend, without asking, they'll be like, take this film off the top of this phone. It looks stupid. And then they'll just do it so fast, you know, without asking me, well, hey, I don't like the appearance of that, but that's still controlling too, because you ain't got to use this phone. You didn't pay for this phone. But, they want to control you and your things. Well, if I would have even offered to pay them to let me practice to drive their car or something, the answer would be hell no, and they'll make like they don't trust me. Just to put me down, just to be cruel and put me down, you know. So they just want to be cruel and put me down and make me feel bad, like a worthless loser or something. But they're entitled to all of my belongings and my car when I had it years ago. So well, anyway, so I mean, where was I going? I forgot. Oh yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I can get another deal like that. I would like. I mean, I probably would buy another if it's a laptop somewhat similar to what I have. I definitely would buy another one for about $200, even if it costed tax on it. But if not, then I just have to not have another laptop. But as I said, I'm a writer, and so my phone screen is cracked. I definitely need a new phone because the laptop I don't have to use every day, but the phone I have to use every day, and certain work I could do on my phone. But if I could get a work at home job, the laptop would be useful, and I can have the hardwired internet and stuff. But I do my blogging and my ebooks and short stories on my phone, and also my laptop too. But certain job applications, you need a physical computer to do the applications. And then I hate going to the library, and the public and everybody put their hands on the same computer, and a lot of people put their dirty hands on the same computer. And, I just hate everything public because everything public is dirty. And then I'm always wrong for everything I do as long as I'm in public and seen by people. People have an issue with everything I do and say. So I just try to stay off to myself, as much as possible. But I need to get me. There are some things that I need so bad that is the reason why I probably won't be able to have my own money to stay here for a whole, maybe I can stretch it between 3 weeks and another month to stay here with the money I'm supposed to get tomorrow, and also the if I get my Social Security check. But Sunday I called up. I texted the lady, and I didn't realize that she said only contact Monday through Saturday. So she did. See, they're making me yawn on purpose to manipulate me into forgetting what I need to say. So I finally called her number yesterday, and she said she had a trailer in I don't remember if it was Panama City or Tallahassee. And she said it was how much did she say it was? It was $245 a week. And then you have to sign a year lease. And so she said, well, you get $837 a month. So no, I forgot how much you said. It was over $1,000 with that $245. Wait, no, can't be, because $250 times 4. That's $1,000. But she was trying to say it was over 1,000 something. I don't remember what she was trying to say. But I even told her how much I was getting for the deposit. I mean for the tax refund yesterday. I mean, that could have helped me get in a place, and then once I got a place, there are, if I were able to get secured with the if I were to get secured with a place, then there's more work at home job opportunities I could get. Like one job, they told me that I have that job forever waiting for me, and that they're always hiring, and all I got to do is get a permanent place to live. All I got to do is get a permanent place to live and get a hardwired internet. And then after that, I always will have a job opportunity with them. So, yeah, I mean, that lady was also going by the, 3.5 times the rent rule. Or something like that. And so I'm like, well, $245 a week. Well, I mean, she acted like as if I would have tried to protest or try to keep convincing her, then, I was afraid she was going to get agitated. So I just like, okay, thank you, bye, But $245 a week, that's at least $245 a week is cheaper than this $365 a week in this motel. But because of that 3.5 times the rent rule, if you were to go monthly or whatever, because she wanted it on a monthly thing, but you have to have a certain monthly, already be working and have a certain high enough income in order to get to stay there. And so people, they don't care or know about your situation. And so I hear about how people they frown upon locals staying at, they frown upon locals staying at a hotel. If you're not a traveler or a tourist, then, if you're a local staying at a hotel or even a motel, they assume you're a druggie or a prostitute or you're up to no good, and they frown upon you and look down on you and stuff like that. In the same way that society frowns upon homeless people and beggars. But hey, I mean, the system is set up, y'all won't let us have a job or nothing. So, they have, certain things that's not a crime or not a sin that society frowns upon because of classism, like, middle class, low class, high class and stuff. And so they'll just frown upon that. But the real crimes, y'all don't be frowning upon thieves, rapists, murderers, people who just beat up on other people and, assault you and stuff like that, and whatever other heinous crimes. Society does not really frown hardcore upon, stuff like that. But, it seems like murderers don't even look, if a person is a serial murderer and keep getting away with it, it seems like a pedo is looked down upon even, no, let me rephrase that. A falsely accused pedo who's not a pedo for real, they're not, but they're falsely accused of being one. It's like a person who's a real murderer gets more respect than that person falsely accused of being a pedo. That's how backwards this doggone society is. I mean, I feel like, if a person is homeless and sleeping on a park bench, and it's 10 o'clock at night and they're sleep deprived and stuff like that, I mean, you frown upon that. I mean, like, they don't have nowhere else to go. Where you expect them to go? Oh, you expect them to be jailed or institutionalized. You just want them to be put away from society. While y'all rich motherfuckers, y'all the covert criminals. I'm sorry, I'm getting, starting to get a little angry and agitated. Getting real, angry and agitated, just thinking about all this, you know. But it seems like people who do real stuff to hurt others is, people act like just a plain old eyesore, a plain old eyesore of a homeless person sleeping on a park bench at 10 o'clock in the morning. That person is not harming anybody, but you just don't like it. But you're the same person who would want to have grace and mercy on a multiple criminal. So, I got the hiccups. See, they're artificially giving me the hiccups on purpose to stop me from talking. And they try to make me lose my train of thought. Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll hit me with the directed frequencies to manipulate me into having hiccups or yawning, or they'll beam frequencies at my head on purpose. But speaking of that, yesterday I had a headache out of nowhere before I got my dinner. I had a headache out of nowhere. And I haven't had a headache in a long time, really. Now that I'm not on psychiatric medications anymore, I don't have as many headaches and stomach aches as I used to. Especially growing up, I always had a headache or a stomach ache, mainly stomach aches. And the foster mom would be like, Candy, I'm so sick of you with all that whining and complaining. I don't know what the hell to do with you. So, people will wonder, well, you must be a hypochondriac because you're always sick or something's always wrong with you. I'm going to say it again, those doggone psych medications. So, excuse me. So I'm not on those medications anymore. And, I'm functioning fine without them, even though I'm still disabled. But it's like they want to keep you forced on medication to give so-called proof that you're still disabled mentally. And stuff like that. So, but yesterday I kept my earbuds in just about all day. And now I'm dealing with ears that are, itchy and sweaty and trying to become infected. So, yesterday I did daily self-care that, what's supposed to be daily self-care. I mean, I didn't realize that I haven't had a shower or a bath in 6 days because of just feeling depressed and feeling down. Excuse me. So I finally was able to develop the strength, physical and mental strength. Excuse me, y'all. Physical and mental strength to get, to to go and take a shower, and it's like, wow, it feels so foreign to me because it's been a little while, and I felt great taking a shower. And um and then I forced myself to develop the strength to brush my teeth last night too, with the bentonite clay. And I brushed my teeth with the clay, and um, see, it partially did it last night. But usually, if I brush my teeth with the clay, it will you know, it'll take the pressure off of the some of the pressure off of the bad tooth. And then last night I was, some mucus was coming up, so I was able to get some mucus expelled. So, but yesterday I don't know why I have been craving stuff like biscuits, or biscuits and gravy, or I have been craving like sandwiches with cheese, or not so much burgers, but like just hamburger bun with cheese. And so, I got me a light amount of groceries that I ordered yesterday, and a light amount of groceries that I ordered, and so it wasn't healthy at all because I had a small amount of money. But I ordered 5 things. I ordered bread, cheese, fake American cheese, I know, but American cheese is my favorite cheese. I mean, it was hamburger buns, cheese, and some Black Forest ham, and some peanut butter, a jar of peanut butter, and those Entenmann's, that, I mean, one of the men from the family had died, so I guess in his honor, I bought, a little box of those cake donuts, and I see why I don't like them, because I don't like their products, though, but the rest of the donuts, I mean, I didn't realize those were, I don't know if they're expensive because of inflation, but I thought I remember those being, like, really cheap, especially you can get the Entenmann's products from Dollar Tree. Very cheap. It'll be wonderful if you can order Dollar Tree on Instacart or DoorDash, but you can't. They don't have Dollar Tree. But DoorDash has Dollar General, but I don't know if Uber Eats does. But DoorDash is doing groceries now. But I still rather do it myself. Get my own groceries. But I like to do everything myself. But certain things I don't know how to do, I can't do due to my disability and stuff like that. So but those cake donuts, they were so dry. So I figured that if I can at least give them away to whoever else is hungry, that way, it won't go to waste. But they got one homeless man that's down the street down there. But I think he's a perp, though. But shucks, I don't care. I just get rid of them. But tomorrow, my but I was able to get a $5 discount when I ordered yesterday, and I forgot to put in the pantry, or maybe it did it for me, but I was able to get like a $5 discount, and which basically waived the delivery fee plus tax, but the service fee, I still had to pay. But it seemed like the more I ordered, it kept lowering the service fee or something like that. Because, like, if you buy something on DoorDash, even with the restaurant, that's $10 and lower, they charge you more for the service fee. But then if you, certain restaurants, if you go over $20, then you'll get like a $5 discount, or $5 discount, or plus your service fee will be lower. It will be cheaper. So it seems like the more you spend, the more you save, you know. But anyway, so my tax refund, I don't know why I keep calling it a stimulus check. The tax refund is coming tomorrow. And I have some much needed things that I have to get. But you're hearing about inflation and the prices of everything rising. And then people say, well, don't be surprised when gas is $12 a gallon. But they're not gonna raise your wages. They're not gonna raise employment wages. I bet you they're not gonna do that. But they'll raise the doggone prices. And so I remember I told y'all last year with that stimulus check. With last year's stimulus, they temporarily inflated the prices of everything, and which I felt like, dog, just don't make no sense. So I mean, with the like, I gotta see what I can do, because there are some things that I need so bad. Like I ran out of certain health, like supplements and stuff, I ran out of, so I need them. And I'm thinking that I'm wondering, how is it that I must go to the dentist? Because I don't know how much it would cost. I don't know what the dentist would do with my tooth, but they'll do like with the hair. If I go to get my hair done, they're narcissistic enough to do what they want, not the style that I requested, but they'll do my hair the way they want to do it, and then charge me more. And they'll say that my way, the way I wanted it done, looks stupid or don't look right. And so then they'll do it their way, and then at the end charge me money I almost don't have, and charge me more money. And have me fear that I would go to jail. Like, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. In 2007, there was a Vietnamese lady who I went to go get my hair straightened out. I went to go get my hair done. And the initial price was $30. And as time went along, she kept on raising the price more and more. And then eventually she scammed me and charged me $130. And then, threatened me with jail if I didn't pay her the $130. Well, when I told her, that was the initial agreement. But as time went on, as she was doing my hair, then she, and she was the freaking scammer. And I was depressed for a long time. I mean, like in Denton, Texas, I was depressed for a long time over people just taking advantage of me with different things, and screwing over me really bad. And and I ended up suicidal depressed because the people just taking advantage and screwing over me. So then, and yeah, so I mean, with the dentist, I'm afraid if they might tell me, well, the initial cost when we're gonna do this procedure, and then the initial cost will be like, $400. If they'll say that the initial cost is $400, okay? And so the cost will be $400, but then after the procedure, then they'll charge my debit card, you know, take advantage of just charging what they want or labeling what they want, or put a false procedure that they didn't perform, or just whatever craziness. So I'm worried, about, if I were to go to the dentist, and, certain dentists, like when I was working, certain dentists I called up and told them about my tooth and everything, and the abscess, and that was before the tooth got broken. And they were hell bent on having their minds made up that whether you like it or not, we're giving you a root canal. And I'm like, no, I do not want a root canal. But now with censorship, I cannot find certain information. Like back then, I remember hearing about how you can remineralize teeth. And if you had bentonite clay to remineralize your teeth, then I heard that bentonite clay can help bind poisons and expel them, like activated charcoal. And bentonite clay also would it would help like repair that tooth naturally on its own. I remember reading stuff like that if your tooth is cracked, then, but now I'm seeing stuff like you can't find information where bentonite clay can help your tooth repair on its own. But back then I used to be able to see that if you put poultices on that tooth, then over time the broken tooth will heal. But now they're saying that there's no such thing. Like I remember, and now they got the change of narrative. And back then I also used to hear that if you use a bentonite clay poultice on that, bentonite clay can heal and cure broken bones. And now they got to change their narrative. Like I heard about broken bones being healed by bentonite clay, and even in some cases, diatomaceous, food grade diatomaceous earth. So food grade bentonite clay as well, So, but I heard that the dentists make the most profits and the most money from doggone root canals, in which people, the natural health community, they have warned, they warn against root canal, and then they said that root canal and fillings and stuff ruin your teeth even more. But I don't know. I heard that if they just bond my tooth, I heard it would cost way less than a root canal. But I don't want the tooth to get extracted. So I'm scared of what the dentist might do. Or the dental assistant or whoever, or what they might do, and then you get screwed over out of your money the worst when you're a target individual being gang stalked. And so and my tooth was out of place from eating yesterday, but then when I brushed it, the cracked tooth it seemed like as if it kind of got back in line, but it's still cracked. But it was able to fall back in line. But I feel like it's safe to doggone brush your teeth 2 or 3 times a day with the bentonite clay, and it you can combine it with some of the sea salt as well. The Redmond real salt. But I say the way that I was treated a few years ago is why I no longer I love the products, but I hate the customer service, and they did me so bad that I still get stirred up and angered whenever I see Redmond products. So and I wanted to try to get a job to work for them, but I don't even support or endorse their products anymore, because I used to love earth paste and the clay and the real salt and stuff. But and then when I try to put a review on Amazon, they try to say that I violated. I was just saying that I told the truth. I was saying how I called and asked up about the what are the 1,000 uses of clay, and then they would get rude with me and stuff like that. And so I'm wondering, and then when you look up, anybody who must have a negative review about them, they must report. But then you act an Illuminati that a person can't have their free speech against you, against your company. Because if y'all are supposed to be an anti-New World Order kind of company that promotes natural products that heal, why are you trying to censor people who speak truth about the way you treated them poorly? So, and they probably blocked me on YouTube when I try to tell my experiences, because I never got a response back. But and now they're saying that the product is safe for consumption. It's still the same thing, but they say that they packaged it differently because they want to focus or emphasize more on they wanted to focus and emphasize more on the cosmetic use than the internal healing. So they acting like as if they sold out, because now people are confused. Some people say the products aren't the same anymore, and like the Kirk's Natural has been it's been natural for all this time. Kirk's Natural has been natural all this time. So if Kirk's Natural has been natural all this time, and then they changed their logo or changed the formula, changed the branding, changed the packaging, changed the ingredients and everything, so it's no longer natural. And certain other organic natural companies have caved in and sold out. And so I believe that and then one person was saying last night that the clay that they're selling, that Redmond clay, is not even I was looking at the Amazon reviews, and they were saying that the product is no longer, because like natural bentonite clay, it's like I wouldn't say gray, but it's like very light greenish gray color, very light greenish gray color. But somebody was saying that the Redmond clay is white and tastes salty now. I'm like, well, I'm glad that person pointed that out. But so it seems like if a natural product that's not new age and they cave in and sell out, they change their ingredients. But another way of selling out is keeping your products organic and natural, but then you just put all this new age or occultic satanic symbolism on there. And that's another way people will sell out. So Christians couldn't touch it. Christians couldn't touch that product because they will feel spiritually affected. That, if they might have witchcraft behind Young Living essential oils or something like that, a Christian can't touch that because you hear about witchcraft being behind it or some new age or something. So, so it's like, that's how Satan has his paws on just about every doggone product. Back then, people used to be able to get raw milk. Now the government fighting against, raw milk industry. And so now you can't even, they're trying to make it illegal. And they wonder why people can't get healthy. And then, or you, economically, you're forced to do like I did yesterday. I didn't have that much money. And I know I'm getting paid tomorrow. So I just, bought a few little junk food grocery items. And then I kind of felt shitty yesterday evening after I ate my sandwiches, and I snuck in and ate a couple of donuts too. Shh. But those donuts turned out to be dry. I don't even eat cake donut. I don't really like cake donuts or powdered donuts. Never did. I never liked them, but I've eaten them before. But cake donuts, I always find them to be dry, especially when they're packaged and not at the bakery. But at the bakery, the cake donuts might be a little moist or something. But I haven't eaten yet. But I guess I just feel a little bad today, and I'm about to get paid tomorrow. And so there are some things I need to, like certain items or certain things that I need to get. But I looked on what was that on DoorDash yesterday, and I think not JCPenney, but what's the other one? They have JCPenney, and they have Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't really shop there. I'm not against shopping at those places, but I just never really had the opportunity. But they deliver on DoorDash now. So I saw some crock pots for for one for like under $20. And I'm like, well, if I were to learn I could make crock pot soap and make a business out of it and start selling. But then me being a TI, me being targeted, if I were to make and sell and ship products physically, if I were to ship products, I know that the gang stalkers would try to halt that, or, and then me not having a permanent address. I don't have a permanent address, so it would be hard, I guess, for me to ship things and sell things, or and so, I even heard of a targeted individual. I saw a video yesterday about a targeted individual who was selling on Fiverr, and on Fiverr, that person said he or she was getting good reviews for quite a few years on the product, and then after that, somebody wrote a false bad review, and his Fiverr account got wrongfully suspended because a Masonic perp making a false bad review and stuff like that. And so they'll make all kinds of false accusations against you and stuff like that. Like that lady, fake Dolores from the fake Hell's Way Church, when I made a sweet potato pie with coconut oil in it, and I put some sunflower seeds on top of it. I ate it and I was fine, but she lied on me and said that I poisoned her food. She lied and said that I gave her food poisoning or made her really sick or something like that. And so, you know, I think that was her calling herself trying to get revenge because she got hateful and turned against me because me and her had an argument that day, and we argued about me taking my buggy down the stairs, and I think it was, I could be wrong, but I think I remember that was what the argument was about. When she had sent for me to come visit over her filthy, dirty ass house. But she was a narcissistic perp as well, and everybody favored her in the church, the fake Hell's Way church. Like they glorified her food and stuff, glorified her cooking and everything. When you go to her house, and her house is like the biological sister Ramona's house, but then Miss Dolores would keep trying to say, "Well, I'm not a hoarder." Well, you damn sure look like one. But she would have a lot of roaches and stuff like that in her house and stuff. And it's like, if your house is so, I'm thinking, if your house is so filthy, how do you always pass Section 8? And the biological sister Ramona also, you know, you know, if your house is filthy with a lot of roaches and stuff, and nobody cleans in that house, how the hell you pass Section 8 inspection year after year? So but when I had my Section 8 housing, I used to get compliments on how meticulous the house, my apartment or house or whatever, would look. And so people used to compliment me on having such a nice looking place. So, but anyway, I don't know, but I know I did a lot. I knew I was going to do a lot of rambling, but I didn't know what direction I was going to go at. But I wanted to say that I went to bed at about 12:30 last night, and I could not. It was like I was twisting and turning, and I could not sleep. And then I looked, and I probably had some sleep, but didn't remember it. And I looked, it was like 3:56 a.m. And then, after that, I don't remember having any sleep until maybe after 6:30. And I don't remember, but I think I just had a couple of hours of very little bit of sleep. And then by the time it was like 8:30 and I got up, I woke up at 8:30 and I tried to close my eyes and go back to sleep. And my heart felt heavy and I was breathing hard, like as if I thought I knew I was going to get to go back to sleep. But that's how it is with the sleep deprivation. You're breathing hard, your heart is heavy, and you're breathing hard, and you close your eyes and just breathing extra hard. But then with the sleep deprivation, I guess with the remote neural monitoring and gang stalking and stuff, and some people say that's part of Voice to Skull or V2K as well, that your mind and body is not allowed to get into that REM stage, the rapid eye movement stage. But so I think it was this morning or last night or something. I think I finally had a doggone little dream about being in kindergarten or first grade or something. It's like, why do I keep on having these doggone dreams? dream manipulation. So I'm feeling all kinds of emotions about tomorrow. I'm disappointed that I didn't get to secure a permanent place like I wanted to. A permanent home, a permanent residence, even if it's to venture out. Those were all false hopes. A car is out of the question. And not enough money for a car. And a car is out of the question. And but if I were to have a permanent residence, I could be able to rent a car again. But can't do that either. But I heard a car rental places said the only way you can rent a car without a permanent address is if you have a credit card. But I heard I would have to get a secure credit card, and you had to pay for that. So I remember it was $1,000 line of credit that I had that I never had the opportunity to pay off through my bank. And the lady must have been a narcissistic abuser, because the fact that I forgot all about that I still owed on that or whatever. And this was a while back. And she got mad at me like as if I owe her. She act like she got the same kind of angry with me, like as if I owe her money personally. So I'm like, calm down. But I mean, you act like as if I owe you personal. I mean, why are you getting all all you have to do is say, well, sorry, we can't give you a secured credit card because you still have a line of credit that you haven't paid off. But, but I heard that in certain Uber markets, if you wanted to drive for Uber, you can rent a car. But I heard that hire a car is a scam and a waste of money, and they're still in business, and they don't do anything to try to help people. And through hire a car. And so that's keeping me stuck. And I feel like if I were to buy my own scooter, it would be counterproductive. I don't know how much it would cost, but it would be counterproductive. And if an electric scooter, if it runs for an hour, but then it takes 6 hours to charge, that seems counterproductive to me. So I need a doggone car. But then they're raising the prices on everything, including gas. So I heard that people are abandoning their cars and turning to bikes, and because of the gas and stuff. I heard that they're turning to riding the buses and stuff. And Uber drivers can't make money now because of the gas prices, and they're feeling like it ain't worth it. But this is exactly what the New World Order wants with Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. That's exactly what they want. They're manipulating us the exact way they want. And so, so I mean, there are certain things that I need. Like, I need to get myself, I need to get a new phone. And I need to get some more, I need to get me some more natural health supplements. And a few other necessities, certain things that I need, that would be a good opportunity if I got them, and then stocking up and preparing with trying to be a prepper. The gang stalkers will probably judge me for that, but in my predicament, I have a dilemma where I can't really stock up because of my temporary situation. I don't know how long I'll end up staying here. But some people say something is better than nothing with trying to prepare for what's to come. But I know I got to prepare spiritually more so. But I feel like, they'll say you'll own nothing and be happy. The World Economic Forum, they say that. And for the New World Order, you will own nothing and be happy. And so, yeah, I've been hearing about this for years, about for the New World Order, you won't be able to own anything. And so that's why they, you don't even own your kids now. And then they try to make like you're a property of the government. So you will own nothing and be happy. And and so then I heard that's the reason why they started up even with the car share thing, to get people used to it. And then I heard that they got DoorDash and stuff for people to have like increased laziness. But me, I don't consider myself lazy by nature. But me, I would rather go out and get my own groceries. But I hate the gang stalking that comes with it. With trying to travel, like walk on foot to go walk like 2 miles to the store, and then be perped along the way, and then perps trying to run over me with their vehicles and stuff. So I mean, I guess if you're a gang stalker during these hard times, then I guess you're financially set. But if you're not a perp, then I guess your ass will be struggling. But I feel like I don't even want to live through the New World Order. Just go ahead and let me die. I don't even want to try to fight to survive living through something like that. Just let me doggone die. And I would hope but I got my nerve to say that. I ain't worthy to go to heaven. Not today. No, if I die right now, I am all forms of deserving of hell. Despite being targeted and what I got to go through. I am not good enough to be worthy to be told, well done, my good and faithful servant. I'm not, I'm not worthy, and I'm honest with myself. I don't even want to set myself up for disappointment. I don't even want to set myself up for disappointment. But religious narcs, the ones who have betrayed me and, took advantage of me or destroyed me or ruined me in some way, or go along with the gang stalking, they'll use that make your calling and election sure Bible scripture apply to them. They'll call themselves chosen, a narcissistic control freak fake TI perp, would narcissistically glorify themselves as God's chosen and a chosen one, or part of 144,000. No, not if you're perping me. You perp me, so you cannot. You don't deserve heaven more than I do. I'm not saying I deserve heaven more than you, but you damn sure don't deserve heaven more than I do. And me rambling on in this video, I know the perps are laughing, talking about Candy's talking really crazy. Well, I'm going to be a fool for Christ's sake, and I'm going to be crazy for Christ's sake. Christ's sake. Fools for Christ's sake. Even though I slip sometimes, but one thing I slip sometimes, but one thing I do is I'm not faking it, and I don't put on a doggone mask. So But yeah, I would like to I don't know how far we're going downhill, but I'm hearing about more more tensions with this war, and we are already affected by it. So I'm sitting here thinking survival mode and nothing luxury. I'm thinking survival and not luxury. You know, so it's like ain't no time for luxury when you're fighting to survive. So I mean, no fancy lavish vacations. You know, I mean, if you wanted to buy, you know, a nice dress that you always wanted, ain't no time for that. A nice expensive dress or something, ain't no time for that. Who the hell cares about getting your hair done when you're fighting to survive? When you're in survival mode, who cares about your physical appearance when you're fighting to survive every day? Homeless people are in survival mode. They're always in survival mode. So, you know, there was a job opportunity that seemed like they waited at least like a over a month to finally contact me. So, I mean, if I can get that job opportunity, maybe it can help me stay here a little longer. Or, yikes, is there any way for me to get a permanent place to live? But who got time for that when they're talking about putting us in camps and stuff, if you know what I mean. Those camps, if you know what I mean, So, if you go through these suppliers online, these Patriot suppliers or any of these survival food, I heard that they price gouge and it's like they're overpriced and the food is not even organic and healthy. So the food is not even organic and healthy. So I mean, I think that's a roadblock right there. So that's why some people resort to their canning, like they do homesteading and canning and preserving their own food, and they have chickens and roosters, and they raise rabbits for food, and have their little homesteading farm. But I have basically no skills in that. I tried to take a canning class before. I suck at gardening, but I heard that you can use gardening seeds for barter during times of economic collapse. If you want to barter amongst each other, that's what I heard. So I mean, I got a little bit of knowledge, So, but I don't know. But let me stop rambling on. It's about lunchtime now, and I haven't eaten anything yet. But my sleep wasn't that great again last night. So, but I want to continue. I want to work on writing today, but I'm not mentally alert enough, but I'll try my best. But, so I guess I'll work on some more blogging and journaling or some short stories or something today. So, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later.